What's going on? What it do? What it do? What is going on, good people? Come on, get on. Let me know you're here. Talk back. Love to hear from you. I got stuff in the background, so y'all see what I got going on. But what it do? I am so excited to see and hear from you. I see y'all. I see you. I see you. Come on in. Say hello to me. Let me know that you're here. So excited. Y'all can tell I've been working. I got my cameras up. I got my screen in the background. Definitely putting in the work. What's going on, Kazo? I expected you to be in the city tonight. You're not at the skating rink? Excuse me. I forgot to put my little lip gloss on. I am telling y'all, I want nothing more than to go to bed. To be very honest, I've had a couple of sleepless nights. Not that I haven't been busy, but just not able to sleep. And so that means I've pushed some limits and trying to get some work done. And so, but that's what we do, right? So I titled this, because I'm not going to hold you long, and my goal is not to make this live long, but I titled this, "What does your pivot look like?" What does your pivot look like? We are approaching the end of the 10th month. We are approaching the end of the 10th month. And okay, you're welcome to stay if you come, Cuzzo. I want to make sure that you are not stagnant. We are approaching the end. Hold on, I done messed up some here. I want to make sure that you are not stagnant. So I need to do a pulse check and see, what does your pivot look like? What does it look like for you? How many of you have started your pivot, and where are you in that process? Now, I want to be very clear, because here's what I know that happens. Many of us will get ideas and are full of ideas, right? And then as those ideas start coming, I've been guilty of this. We start researching and do I want to do this, or maybe I should do this, or what about this, or what about that? And your mind is going in this loop and in this circle, and it'll be December and you won't have accomplished nothing. So I need to say time out to all of that. I need to check in and listen. This is how I know I'm in the right lane. Because I've had coaching sessions over the last week, and I'm listening at y'all tell me, Michelle, that I'm stuck. I don't know where to go from here. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what steps I should make. First of all, the checklist. I want to say it's free, but there's a checklist on my website, www.michellejohnson.com, pivot checklist. I think it's free. I think it's free. It should be free. If it's not, I'll make it free, right? Pivot checklist. So if you're not sure where to start or what you should be doing, especially for those that are entering this space, right, and trying to figure out where am I, what am I doing, that checklist really gets you started in the right direction. Now, it's not an end-all checklist. It's not a checklist that, is going to leave you and hold, but it is a checklist that will spark ideas of what you need to do and how to get yourself started so that you are moving to the next phase of your process. So michellejohnson.com, go grab that checklist. If it's not free, somebody message me and I'll go in tonight and change it so that it is free for you to download tonight. That's how passionate I am about making sure you get what you need, right? You need to have that checklist because I'm listening. And so a lot of the questions that I got this weekend is always around technical stuff. Who should I get to do my website? Can I tell you, find the provider that's going to be easiest for you. So Some people will say do a WordPress site. Some people will say do a Squarespace site. Some people will say do this or do that or go whatever, go to GoDaddy and let them build your site. Go hire somebody and let them build your site. I have done it all. I have did it all, right? And so my first site, waterwalker.com, is a WordPress site using one of the Thrive templates. And, it should have been easy for me to update that site, but I wasn't mentally engaged in the process and I just couldn't figure it out. So what I initially started off doing was I paid somebody to put the site together, and then I paid them monthly to do updates, to post a blog, to do stuff that I could have done. I thought I was missing a ring. That I could have done myself. So then I said, stop. So when I made the branding switch from Water Walker to Michelle Johnson, I said, okay, I need a michellejohnson.com site because Facebook, I had some problems importing things over and combining the two. So it was like, okay, I need a new site. So I went to Squarespace. And with Squarespace, it's like I sat down in front of my computer on a Saturday and forced myself to do it. Does it look amazing? Nah. Does it look like I paid thousands of dollars? Nah. Does it have my colors? Yes. Does it provide information? Yes. Can I sell my product and have people download my checklist or my ebooks or access services through it? Yes. Is it something that I can collect email addresses from and build my email database? Yes. Check, 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 check. Right? And it cost me, it started off, I kept adding stuff, but I think the cheapest plan is like $29-30 a month. So if you just need something to have a presence, if that's what you need. Now, you guys know my story. I had a whole business, a whole consulting practice, a human resources consulting practice, training practice, and I never had a website. Never. But I was never lacking in customers or clients or people, right? But the problem with that was people bought because of me. So now when you are, and we're in this phase, I salute all solopreneurs. I salute you. But my day of the solopreneur is over, right? And so as I'm starting to hire individuals, as I'm starting to hire people to do some things, that's how you begin to expand your capacity. Some of you have been in business 5 years, 4 years, 7 years, right? But you're still in your same place because you haven't extended your capacity by bringing on people. I'll never forget this 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 15, let's say 10 to 15 years ago. Oprah was doing an interview and was asked, how is it that you have been able to accomplish the things that you accomplished and be so successful at it? And you know what Oprah said? She said, it's not that I'm smart and know all of this stuff. It's that I know how to hire people who know so much more than I do and empower them to do their job. Y'all, you got to empower people to do what they're doing. So I got to pause for the cause here and give a huge shout out to Katrinda Green. I've known Katrinda for a while now, and Katrinda reached out to me and said, Michelle, I got to make a pivot. This pandemic has created, because she's in the entertainment space, right? She is in Biloxi and working at the casinos. And guess what happened? Casinos were closed. as a result of COVID-19. And so she reached out to me recently and said, I'm making a change. I'm making a pivot. I gotta figure out what to do that allows me to continue to earn income and she said, so what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And she started showing me some of the stuff that she's been doing. And guess what? I hired her. Like, okay, she on a test now. She know it. I'm testing her out now. I said, this is what I need, and this is when I need it by. And she sent me a draft, and I didn't like it. Right? Because we are in the business of excellence, not perfectionism. There's a difference, but in excellence. And so I didn't like it. And I told her why I didn't like it. And I gave her some feedback. And it's so funny because I thought, oh God, it's been 2 weeks and I ain't heard from her. It wasn't. It was about a week. I was like, okay, I hope I didn't hurt her feelings, blah, blah, blah. But today she's like, okay, here you go, Miss Michelle. What do you think? Love it. Here you go, Miss Michelle. What do you think? Love it. And I'm just like, and so then we've been texting and chatting all evening. Do this, don't do this. I don't like this. Do this, do that. I am helping her learn her new craft. Y'all, I say all that to say, when you decide to pivot, don't be afraid to put yourself out there and to allow yourself to be coachable so that you can figure out, how do I master this? See, what happens is so many people want to pivot and then they want to sit in this box and say, okay, I'm afraid to let somebody see what I'm doing, or I'm afraid to show somebody, or I'm afraid to put myself out there and accept or to advertise that this is what I'm doing. If you are afraid to put it out there, baby, then you won't make the pivot, because a part of the pivot has to be that you stand firm and strong in what you are doing and you put it out there. And yes, guess what? It's not going to be perfect the first time. I am still I'm working on a training program. I've got diversity training on Thursday for a partnership with Boeing and Alabama A&M University, and so excited about it. Love training millennials. And I'm like critiquing it and critiquing it and critiquing it. And I'm like, Michelle, let it go, right? Because you are going to always be, I would think, your own worst critic, best critic, right? Because your goal is you want it to represent who you are. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But so many of you strive for this state of perfectionism that you never get anything done. And so I love Miss Green's message back to me. She said, you're pulling it out of me, aren't you? Absolutely. Can I tell you, and I one of the things that's on my plate to do is to kick off a mentorship program. And I'm only picking about 7 to 8, maybe 10 people to be a part of this mentorship group. And I want to share, I just want to be able to pour into some folks about some things that you should do that really go business and life, business and finances, business and relationships. Like I want them to be open to go so many different levels with that. But I say that because you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable and to realize that is how you grow. So my hat off to you, Katrinda. I am so proud of you. I know it's been like, oh my God. And then I'm slow sometimes because she'll throw it at me and I'm like, okay, I'm driving. I can't talk now, so hats off. Here's what I want to say. Guys, stop analyzing everything so much that you don't get anything done. Like literally stop that. If your goal is to start a blog today, then go write it. Don't even today worry about the system that you're going to deliver it from. Just go write 5 days worth of blogs and get them ready. And then find the system. right? If you are, and one of the main things that I see is that so many people are talking about starting business, and you don't have an email collection system. Yeah, guys, that is just marketing 101, right? Is email collection system, some way that you are collecting emails so that you can market to your audience. You have to do that. And I don't care if you use MailerLite or ConvertKit. See, I have to think about them all. Constant Contact, MailChimp. I could care less what you use. I personally use ConvertKit. ClickFunnels could be what you decide. I don't care. Active Campaign, like I could go on and on and on because there's so many out there. And some of you will spend most of your time researching all of those options out there when they all are going to lead you to the same place, when what you really need to do is just get started. Listen, if your desire for this year is to pivot into your fill in the blank, your business, your whatever, your this, your that, then here's what I need you to do. I need you to message me. Oh, I hate to say that because y'all gonna blow me up. I need you to make a commitment that by the end of October, you will have done something to market your business to the public so that you open yourself up to receive income. Can I get that commitment? Can I get that commitment by October? Now, I talked the last time about Black Friday, and thank you so much, Lakeisha. And you've been on it. I've been watching you. I'm watching you. You've been on it. I've talked so much about Black Friday specials. How many of y'all bought Amazon during Amazon Prime? How many of you are promoting your own products during Amazon Prime? Because people were buying, they were looking. How many of you noticed that when Amazon Prime came out, Best Buy released their Black Friday specials? Macy's, everybody under the sun now has a sale going on. And the Black Friday specials are being released now. So y'all don't wait till Thanksgiving and then say, okay, now I'm getting ready to do my Black Friday special. No, baby. You need to have it in the works now. And there's nothing wrong with pre-orders, pre-sales, right? There's nothing wrong with getting and priming your audience so that they know that your launch is coming. Some of y'all want to release something day of and then wonder why ain't nobody buying. Well, you ain't told them. You got to prep them. Remember, it takes 7 to 10 touches for to get you to a warm audience where they're really ready to pull out the pocketbook. So you can't wait till Black Friday and release it and then say, well, ain't nobody bought nothing. Well, you didn't prime them. You gotta prime that pump a little bit. Come on now, y'all know that. You gotta prime the pump. How many of you have seen, okay, I'll give an example. This is for me. My women will appreciate this. How many of you have seen Rent the Runway? So you've seen Rent the Runway. It's come across your timeline, or you see those with the models and they got the cute little outfits and the joggers and all of that. There you go. She said she wasn't ready, so she just bought stock. Hey, I love it. But how many of you seen those commercials, those things that come across your Facebook timeline? Rent the Runway is mine, right? So I kept seeing it. I'm not interested. Saw it again. I'm not interested. Saw it again. This don't mean nothing to me. Saw it again. Guess what? Let me click on this and see what they're talking about. Rent the Runway, right? They got me. Now I came this close for my birthday. I was like, what do I want to get myself for my birthday? And I came this close and I said, because the reviews were not good. I'd love to talk to somebody who uses them, but there were so many mixed reviews that I was like, let me back off. But listen, they primed the pump. They had me, right? I was a captive audience. And that's what you got to do. So when you are, don't wait till the day of and then put your stuff out. You need to have some coming soon, some lives. You need to start priming the pump of your audience to get them in anticipation that you're about to release something big, that you're coming with something and it's going to be fantastic, that it's going to be amazing. Don't wait till the day of. So what does your pivot look like? Y'all, you cannot wait. Listen, don't get to December 31st and say, well, nothing happened for me. No, it ain't going to happen unless you make it happen. Unless you put in the work, unless you do it, it will not happen. So what are you going to do to make it happen? What steps are you going to put in place? If you don't know where to start, get that checklist. It's on my website. If it's not free, somebody message me. I'll make it free tonight. Just get it so that you can start somewhere, right? I don't want y'all going into 2021 and like, I'm just starting, Miss Michelle, to know going into 2021, you should have momentum. You should be ready to absolutely finish this year strong and crush those goals for 2021. You need to make sure that is where you are. And if you're not there yet, then we need to go back and revisit. So, what will you accomplish before the end of this month? What is one thing? Go get the checklist. Thank you, Lamar. I like that. What is one thing that you are determined to accomplish before the end of this month? What is one thing that's been in your, I need to do this, but I haven't? It could be learning an essential software. I'm not saying go research all of the funnels. I'm saying, what is that one thing? Dorothea, I owe you something. I forgot. I owe you something, Dorothea. But what is that one thing that you are determined to learn in this before the end of this month? And then I know the rest of you are working on your Black Friday stuff. I was about to say Good Friday. Your Black Friday stuff, and you're getting ready to finish this year strong. Go do some work. Any questions? I'm at my time. It's 20 minutes. I was only supposed to do 15. Any questions? I am struggling with drinking water. Can I tell y'all that? I am struggling, and I'm struggling. Any questions? All right. Everybody got it? All right. We good to go? I love y'all madly. Ain't a doggone thing you can do about it. So excited. I got something coming soon. Yay! And then I got to work on this mentorship program because I need about 10 people who really want some mentoring. And I've made a commitment to at least one person that they have the first seat on the bus. We're going to drive that baby somewhere. So anyway, y'all have a good night. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.